Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my February perfume tray. So let's start with how I did with January's, which was just okay. So let's start with Bal d'Afrique. I put this on my tray last month because I wanted to see how it wore in cooler weather. And it wears actually pretty well, I thought, because of the scent profile. It wouldn't, but the longevity was very good in my opinion. The performance was good. I was picking up all the notes that I picked up in the warmer weather last year. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's not the scent profile I'm in the mood for when it's cold, but it performs well. So if this is like a signature scent for you, or you want it to be, and you're worried about how it deals with cooler weather, I can't talk about frigid, freezing temperatures, but in cooler weather, it was just as beautiful. So I did wear this a couple of times. Um, let's move on to my little travel here. So I had the scent box travel with Delina from Parfums de Marly in here. You can see I made a huge dent. There's not much left in here. I've been wearing this quite a bit. You really only need a couple sprays. It is strong, but I have just really been falling in love with this fragrance. And I'm so glad I decided to give it another chance, because when I first tried it, I thought it smelled nice, but I just didn't like it. It was very headache inducing, it was very strong, it was very sharp. That rhubarb note, not for me, but I love it. Now, everything about this fragrance is perfect in my opinion, but it took me a while to kind of get used to the notes and the composition. So I think I did really well. I'll continue to reach for it because there's not much left in here. But yeah, I think I'll put it on for February too, just to remind myself to finish it up. Um, but yeah, I wore that a lot and loved it every single time. So here we have Rouge Malachite from Armani Privé. I wore this one time just to give it a final shot. Same thing, it smells really beautiful. This is a beautiful fragrance. But on my skin, there is something that's pulling like coconut, and I just don't like that note on my skin. It's like all I can focus on. So unfortunately, I think this is just gonna have to go. I'm sure I know somebody who would love it, but I just can't get past that note to enjoy the rest of the notes in here. But it's long lasting, fantastic longevity. It's very beautiful. Um, and it's like, whenever I smell it from the cap, oh, it's so luscious and nice. I just wish that's what it stayed like on my skin and didn't pull whatever that weird creamy coconut vibe is. But there we are. The next one was Maresque Seta. I did wear this a couple of times. This is a nice fragrance. I've always thought it's a nice fragrance. The bottle is why I got it. It's a beautiful bottle. But I just don't reach for it if I don't say, hey, put this fragrance on. So it's not bad. I like it when I wear it. I'm not trying to wash it off, but I think it just doesn't perform well on my skin. I don't think it performs as well as on my skin as it smells from the nozzle for some reason. But I did wear it a couple of times, and it's very nice in the cooler weather. It's nice in the warmer weather. I think it's nice almost year round. I don't know about like middle of summer, but I've tried it in a lot of different seasons, and it always smells good. So this was the Guerlain Gourmand Coquine, and I wore this once, and yeah, it's that chocolate note in there. I just don't, my skin doesn't play well with it. When I smell it from the bottle, it smells amazing. And if it stayed like that on my skin, that would be great. The opening, when I first spray it, the opening is beautiful. And if that's what I was getting the whole fragrance, then I would definitely be wanting to keep this. But after a couple of minutes, it's just like cocoa powder on my skin. And I just don't want to smell like that. I don't like, it's not a bad smell. If you like that smell, you'll enjoy it. But that's just not what I choose to smell like. I like to smell like, I guess, just other things, not chocolate. I have Lancome's Oud Bouquet. I didn't wear this a single time, but I did smell it a lot. And it smells so good. So I just, oh gosh, I love smelling. Oh, see, now I want to wear it. It smells fantastic. This is one of, I think, my favorite, like, to smell fragrances in my collection. I just don't find the occasion to reach for it, but maybe it's okay. Maybe this will be my one fragrance that I keep for special occasions. I don't like to do that too often. I like to buy it and, have what I'm actually going to wear, and I wear it for whenever I want to. But maybe this will just be for special occasions. I wore this to a wedding and it was perfect, good performance, lasted the whole day. But usually just for sitting at home, this is not what I tend to reach for, but I'm going to keep it because I still enjoy it when I wear it. I like to wear it and I smell it from the bottle on a regular basis. That should be studied. Okay, next one I did not wear. Tom Ford Jasmine Rouge. Love the way, did I wear this? I can't remember. I don't think I did. Also love the way this smells. I'm going to give this some more opportunities to wear. I just didn't find an opportunity to wear. I think that's what it was. I don't think I wore it, and it's just because I didn't have a place that I wanted to wear it to. This is another one I think is more like going out special occasion for me. So maybe that's why I don't reach for it much. But it's a beautiful jasmine fragrance. So, but unfortunately didn't get any wears. My Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry got a good amount of wears. I actually layered this. I was trying to finish up my travel of room 1015 Cherry Punk. And I thought, I'm sure other people have layered them together. I don't know why I haven't tried that sooner, but I layered them. I put the Cherry Punk down first, spritzed on some, Love Fest Burning Cherry on top, and wow, I loved that combination. I wore that all the time and ran out of my Cherry Punk very quickly and was like, oh, maybe I do need a bottle of Cherry Punk because I love Love Fest and I wear it on its own, but I really love that added leather touch from the Cherry Punk, and the cherry notes in there are similar enough that they're not clashing. They complement each other very well. And with that combo, the Cherry Punk with this Love Fest Burning Cherry, that lasted all day. And I didn't have to overspray either of them, but together, for whatever reason, it just boosted the longevity of both. Put it on in the morning and I was still smelling it in the evening. So fantastic combination. Had a good time wearing that. Those were definitely some of my most worn, between that and the Delina, most worn for last month, and loving every second of it. This is my Parfums de Marly Herod. I did wear this a couple of times, and I do like the way it smells. My boyfriend definitely wears this one more than I do. Once he smelled it in my collection, and he's like, oh, that's nice. So now he wears it all the time. So I think of him when I wear it, or when I smell it. Gosh, it smells so, so good. So I did enjoy wearing it. I really did. But I've gotten to the point now where when I smell it, I want to smell it on him and not necessarily on myself. But I'm still going to keep it. I still reach for it, and he reaches for it all the time. So that's not going anywhere. But I think it's definitely been kind of absorbed into his collection. And then the last one is Giorgio Armani C Fiori. I did wear this a couple times, and I have the same feeling about it that I always do. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty fragrance, but it's just not one that I think to reach for or want to reach for unless I put it on a tray for some reason. I'm not sure why, because I have no complaints about the performance, longevity, or the scent. It's lovely. Okay, so now on to what I'm going to be wearing for the month of February. Because I have been trimming down my collection, decluttering, getting rid of things, my collection is getting smaller, which I'm happy about because there was a lot, too much for what I need and want anyway. I've used up quite a bit, which is good. I'm getting through my collection, so I'm getting my money's worth. But I think now I can make my trays smaller and more curated. So this tray has a decent amount, but not that many full-size bottles and a couple of little things that I'm just trying to use up or test or get rid of. So I think now I'm going to start doing smaller perfume trays that I can actually have an easier time reaching for the fragrances without having to think about it so much. So let's go ahead and get started on February. So let me start with this little one. This is Black Opium who makes this, YSL. I've never owned this fragrance. This is like a deluxe sample that came with something, and I just threw it in my little, jar that I keep my travels in. This is a really popular fragrance. It's been around for a long time. I know I've smelled it before, and I can't remember if I thought it smelled good or bad. I mean, I kept this, so it couldn't have smelled awful. But I'd like to, give that a try. See how we like it. I don't know that it's something that I would purchase, but I have that, and I think I might even have another little one of those somewhere, so might as well use them up if I like them. Okay, the next one, again, just the Parfums de Marly, Delina, just to finish that up. And so I don't forget about it. And then I have another little travel. This is from Amouage, and this is Interlude. So you can see this is full. I've had this for a while. I remember smelling it and thinking it smelled really nice. Is that peach that I'm smelling? I don't remember. I have all these little travels and I forget about them. That's one of my goals, is to kind of go through the rest of the travel so they're not just sitting there doing nothing. But I like to test out Interlude Woman and see what I really think about it now that I have definitely experienced more fragrances and kind of know what I like more and what kind of notes I like more. So I thought I could revisit that. I thought this would be a good month for that, because it's kind of a heavier fragrance from what I remember. And then my last little itty bitty one is from Kayali. This is the Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. This is the travel size. You can see I'm almost halfway through it. I love this. Oh, it smells so good. And I want to get through the little one so that I can get a full size. Okay, so first full size bottle going onto my tray for February. This is also from Kayali. This is Vanilla 28. And this is in my project pan. I want to use this up. You can see I'm more than halfway through. And this smells so good. This was definitely the vanilla fragrance that made me go, oh, vanilla fragrances are actually quite lovely. It's just more complex than I would have anticipated for a fragrance just called vanilla. And it's smoky, it's sweet, it's a little bit juicy. I'm not sure what that's from. Floral. I think it has the patchouli and maybe some woody notes in the base. It's great. It's great for layering. It's great on its own. I really have enjoyed it, and I have a little 50 ml backup. So I want to get through this big bottle and then trying to get through my stock and stop buying so many backups. The next one going on my tray is one that I actually decluttered from my collection, but nobody was interested in it. So it's just been sitting in my little box and doing nothing. And I don't dislike the fragrance. I like it quite a bit. This is the Tom Ford Lost Cherry, but I just find it to be so similar to Kayali Love Fest. But since there's been no takers and it's just been sitting there, I'm going to reabsorb it back into my collection. I know I'll use it. And it smells so good. The performance is not great. Although, I don't know, maybe it's gotten better since it's been sitting there for so long. We'll find out this month. And I'm also thinking about layering this with my Tom Ford Fucking Fabulous, because that is a leather fragrance, and I did the Cherry Punk and the Love Fest from Kayali and loved that combo. So maybe this will be my Tom Ford version of that combo, because that just cherry, smoky, leather, it was so good. I enjoyed it so much. The next one I'm putting on my tray is from Initio, and this is Oud For Greatness. I love this bottle. It's stunning. And this fragrance, this is saffron. I don't know if there's maybe lavender or sage or something in here. I don't remember what the notes are, but it's definitely oud. For how bold and strong the scent is, it has this gorgeous, airy, more softer type of performance to it. This is another one that has been absorbed by my boyfriend. He wears it far more than I do, and it smells fantastic on him. I feel like the lighting is better. over here. It smells so, so, so good on him. So this has basically become his fragrance, but it's still, you know, on my fragrance shelf. So I thought I'll put it on for February and give it a wear or two. Because I do love the way it smells. But again, this is a fragrance that I have now come to associate with him. He's taken over all the good scents. But it's a really good fragrance, one I don't reach for as much as I used to when I first got it, but I do like it. I've layered it with BR 540 and that was great. I think I layered it with Portrayal Woman from Amouage, and I liked that, and I've worn it on its own. It's just a lovely, lovely fragrance. So I'd like to wear it at least once this month just because I like the way it smells. The next one I'm putting on my tray is from Parfums de Marly, and this is Delina not La Exclusif. That's La Rose. This is Delina Exclusif. I love, 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 love this fragrance. So again, it has the same, oh my gosh, it's so good. Every time I smell it, like, my eyes roll to the back of my head. So it has that same DNA as the original Delina, but it's darker, it's deeper, it's slightly powdery. The rose feels like darker and just a little, I don't know, what's the word? It's definitely more seductive fragrance. It's like the sexier version of the original Delina. And I love Delina. They're all great. I give all three of the fragrances from the Delina line a 10 out of 10. I really do. But this one I like more than the original Delina, but they all have their time and place. And when the weather is nice and cool, that's when I really love reaching for this one. So that's going to go on my tray this month, and I have a feeling it's going to be one of my most worn for this month. I already wore it, I think yesterday. I think I wore it yesterday. Anyway, my last fragrance going onto my February tray is from Commodity, and this is Gold. I recently hauled this in I think my last haul of 2024 video. And this is another vanilla fragrance that I was really surprised I liked, because it's not a gourmand vanilla. It's a fresh, almost green, but not green vanilla. It's sweet, but not gourmand, slightly powdery, a little bit fresh. It's gorgeous. I got a deluxe sample and put it on a tray several months ago and flew through it. I loved it so much that I picked up a bottle in one of those Sephora favorite sampler kits, got a great deal on it. So I thought it was time to finally put the full bottle on a tray and see. You can see it's brand new. I think maybe I've sprayed from the bottle once just to test it. So I'm excited to just put that over here. Finally have it on a tray and give it some wears this month. Okay, so here is my perfume tray for the month of February. I even switched to a smaller little tray here because I don't have as many fragrances, and I really like this slightly smaller, fewer options to choose from. I think I'll have an easier time just reaching, grabbing one and spritzing it on and going about my day. If you have any recommendations for me, please leave them down in the comments below. I've gotten some really fantastic comments from you guys. And I think that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.